AKL, Soufpac, New Zealand versus Australia. First time in over a decade. If you done with 1Outs, make some fucking noise!
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah! Got my handsome co-host here.
G'day and kia ora. Shout outs to didgeridoos and whockers. And shout outs to Dying Wish Tattoos, The Archware, The Funk Store, SS Civil and Drainage, 808 Kids, Mr. Anonymous, and T's Nuts. Yo, shout outs to everybody that came here and now make some fucking noise. Anyway, on the right from Aotearoa.
Yo, it's Jp80, Bteam in the building. Soufpac, we here. What's up? Make some noise.
That shit! All the way from Wollongong, Australia.
Yo, what's good, baby? Ted! Hey, shout out Real Talk Battles, Imperial Collective, Red Flag Clothing, man. Let's get it. Let's go, baby.
We did the paper, scissors, rock off cam, and Ted chose to go first cause he's a G!
Here he is! Here he is! Let's go!
Okay, so which one of y'all told him? Wait, no one told him. Y'all supposed to be his friends. Hey, you made me fly all this way just to tell him. You know what? Since I fuck with you guys, I'ma do it.
Tell him!
You a dog shit fucking trash. Dog shit. He got no idea. Even when I run by him, I don't care what country I'm in. When you're this good, the crowd is always unbiased. Shit, after this, you won't look at him the same, especially when he's punchlining, because you're comparing him to a stroke of genius. This shit really bad to get one-sided. Hey, let's play a game. Hey, let's play a game. Or what more he gonna stretch for y'all this evening? Is it the gun talk, all the blow we are not at all believing, or is it the wordplay he does, where he tries to force the meaning and do all this awkward scheming? I had this shit from the jump, man, since we've always seen Jordan reaching. Hey, why do you rap like you're 13 and watch 6 URL battles? Huh? Why? Bro, that shit is as fucking sad as it is funny. I'm just watching this shit like, at least you did your best. See, you got most of the pieces there, but there's always a few missing steps. He can never fully articulate the ideas that he projects, got a couple screws loose. And we'll have to figure out what's in Philip's head. Hey.
Right.
Hey, see, you're on a spectrum, somewhere between mildly retarded and proper shit. So you can reach all you want, but you'll never reach my accomplishments. I battled in front of legends from all over the world, and each time gotten their compliments. You get clout from nobodies online. Well, y'all should have remained anonymous. Fuck the bubble that he's living in. Watch me pop this shit. When the gas that bad, your echo chamber may as well be in Auschwitz. Hey, can we stop it with the hard shit? Can we start with the hard shit? You were such a fucking square you couldn't get peer pressured into getting high on life. So you might think all these gun bars sound mighty fine, but we all know you committing no violent crimes. Dude out here like Royster, 9 to 5. Yo, we all know the B and B team stand for Bible, so y'all might want to change teams. Y'all might want to change teams, because I studied Christianity in great detail. And shooting people is against the religion. Despite what it may seem, but you aren't overly Christian, right? Are you sure that you ain't G? Because you went from dance videos to rapping about guns. Sounds like you following JC. Hey, when I heard this guy was a dancer and a shooter, I was petrified. Do you know how scary those two things are when they're combined? The shit is like lemon lime. This motherfucker gonna electric slide when he get the 9. I'm saying, those are two very conflicting ideas. In his mind, I'm wondering how they compete. Shit like drive-bys must be confusing as fuck, G, because his gangster side's hanging out the whip, ready to bust heat. His dancing side hanging out the whip like, Kiki, do you love me? Hey, let's go, man. Hey, you just played off the self-deprecation. Don't think that act random. He knows those two things correlate with whack Brandon, so he trying to erase his past and rewrite a mad end and his life's a soap opera. Now he got a face covering half of it like that phantom. I'm getting a deep look in his head. No CT or CAT scanning. His ego is that damaged. It's gonna need more than a band-aid or a rap bandage. His past really shot himself in the foot. This motherfucker better get to tap dancing.
Oh shit!
I said, who the fuck are you? I did not know that you were a person that existed till D-Law booked my flats. I don't know why your arrogance is actually valued. That is all you'll ever amount to. To me, you're just a stamp in the passport and some travel. I've battled in as many countries as you've had actual battles. So in your mind, you can think you're the new dude that is making moves, but where I'm from, reality, that shit just ain't the truth. So you want to know how seriously I'm taking you? Bro, the only thing I'm taking serious is what they've paid me to. Whoa. Ted!
Put it down! Round one! I say oh! Oh! Everyone awake? Let's go. Your boy fresh off a classic. Yeah. This who they put me up against? Taylor Swift's poor white trash male twin. Taylor Swift with a face. Seriously though, seriously. With a face like his, I don't know if I'm here to battle rap or babysit. But yo, Bills, please pray for him. Because the way I came to whip, not even Sifs could save this kid. This first round's on me, but it's going straight to your head and you won't make it through. If skeptics doubt anyone can handle a shot this strong, 80 proof, except this ain't a shot for me. 3 battles got me here. You've had 13 and got a lot to prove. So if you're still struggling for a spot and I'm destined for the top, you're gonna look back on this and realize, boy, I gave a shot to you. Now 1Outs, here's the honest truth. If we're talking performance, punches, delivery, we all know Ted ain't rivaling me. And if you're questioning my pen, the answer is I got that ink covered. That's an Iverson sleeve. So what's how you talk to me, Ted? Round here, wrong tones will get you in trouble like neighborhood colors. You garbage, and we'll get swept like neighborhood gutters. I swing around, your head hit the ground. If you fail to take cover, then the whole fam standing on your roof like the neighborhood flooded. Yeah, we Yeah, we might both throw punches, but yours barely connect. Which had me wondering why they keep booking you, Ted. And then I realized it's not your charisma, it's just you're surprisingly better than what we expect when we look at you, Ted. This whole underdog image gimmick, I see through it. And the truth is, ain't much left that impress. Rapping is just you breaking the stereotype of blue-eyed, blonde-haired, white Australian men. But push that aside and Ted, you just average at best, so 1Outs. Please don't confuse X Factor with surprise factor. This is an innocent bystander, but it's blind anger. The right catcher, they get the left behind. The bind rapture, you're correct. Damn, homie. 1Outs, please don't confuse X Factor with surprise factor. This is an innocent bystander was blind anger. The right catcher, they get the left behind. The bind rapture, your career just took off. Now you face to face with the hijacker. So here's why I show the world. Trading punches with this bogan should get me bigger opponents. It's a 9/11 conspiracy. Y'all fail to pay attention and notice. Don't matter if they fly in the top level, cause I blew up from the bottom. And I make sure everything's hidden explosive. But you're gonna act like I'm the legitimate focus. You think you're better than me because you freestyled on Australian radio? Bro, that look was not helping you, Ted. You rap so offbeat. I watch you struggling to stay on time worse than a 1Outs event. But But since we talking 1Outs, right now the crowd like, damn, 6 internationals? 1Outs playing with a wild budget, true, and B-Team played a part of it. Last event, tickets sold to WOW fans numbered in around 100. And this event, who came to see B-Team? Let's go! Let's go! See, we have 1Outs making a profound profit, so if you do the math, our fans help bring your team here. Y'all welcome. My question is, how you gonna kickstart the crowd supporting you, Ted, if your death was crowd-funded? That's round one. Do something. Do something.
Nice! Come man!
No one in the world does this shit like I do it. And that alone comes with an undefined worth. See, I can't seem to find one single unique feature in this guy's life work. I'm too enigmatic. Got the whole crowd silent because they hanging off my words, or we could switch it up. Boy, I'll get the whole room shaking. I'm out here turning Auckland to Christchurch. Hey! This guy got no shine of his own. This guy got no shine of his own. That's why it's lights out early. I hope you don't mind a curfew from the jump. I could tell he wasn't in it for the long run. That's why he might find some hurdles. As an artist, you should know that your own creativity is your highest virtue. That's why it's so fucking sad without copying other people, we mightn't have heard you. We all see him imitating smack like it was cut with some type of Purasil or a Sprite commercial. This shit'll get him off-white. It's designed by Virgil. But he'll just put it down to an NZ Renaissance. That just proves you were trying to get a name of their art just like the Turtles. Bro, there's a difference between being influenced and biting everything that you see, man. I know you follow those lads in the north, but they really threw him in the deep end. He ain't been cooking. Just passing off other people's work like that's a really mean plan. Till it comes back to burn him like Skinner with the steamed hams. See what you think of your biggest... Bro, what you think are your biggest strengths are your biggest weaknesses. And that's something you can't build height with, and he'll never improve, because he's too ignorant to see the enlightenment. Bro, I'm fighting this shit for you, and that'll be the only reason that I'll swing. Now watch how it all ties in. He'll really see himself through those rose-shade glasses when there's blood running down his eyelids. I said, you're out here witnessing first-hand, second-hand embarrassment. Ain't that somewhat astonishing? There is being blindly confident, but he goes above and beyond with it. He literally has no self-awareness. That shit's a fucking accomplishment. He can walk past a mirror in his own house, fucking think someone's robbing him. Hey, Exhibit A, you think anything that you've ever said is the dopest shit? Cunt, it is so fucking cringe. From watching your battles, I've literally gotten a twitch from going like this. You've ruined my life. Every time you fucking open your mouth, my whole body contorts and bends. Fuck rap, go to medical science. That shit would be more a strength. I heard physiotherapists were getting paralyzed people to walk again just by getting Jp80 to perform to them. Oh my God. Hey, do you want to know how I know you want a hard cunt? Because you are in battles, and then someone disagrees with you on the internet, and you aren't one. Like, how can you disagree with this logic? In battles, he's shooting people, got the clips dropping. Someone disagrees with him on Facebook, and he's shooting people. Inboxes. Bro, this battle rap shit finally got him some power, but it's gone straight to his head. His vision's fogged and it's clouded. He reminds me of a school shooter ready to bomb on these cowards. He'll put dots on us all. Yeah, take us out by the hundreds and thousands. He got a bag full of shells. He'll be reloading for hours. 2 cannons over his shoulder. His back's looking like Bowser's. He about to do it. Pray to God none of his friends are about it. Kick in the library door and pull out a pen to write some gun bars about it. See, you might have been kinda cool in 2012, but dude, you just never left. I can tell by your shitty beard and way you dress. Even the movies he watched. Shit, I know he's already referenced Ted. Bro, but if you're like... Bro, this costs more than what you make in a month, bro. Bro, hey, what do you think, man? What do you think? Hey, I know he's already referenced Ted, but if you like 2012 so much, here's a spoiler for you. Dude, the Mayans were right. The world ends. Let's go, man.
Let's go! I said, Ted, we listen to your bars and react, with big yawns. And that first you spit, Lord. Shark attacking a surfer, how it had us a bit bored. Just be thankful you here. It took NZ to build a bridge between us, bro. But unlike the rest, I ain't here to make friends. To me, that attitude stunts growth. So my mandate is cut the handshakes. I made a blood oath. What's up, though? You look like you on crystal meth when you spitting tit. Look around. This the type of environment you should fear. The type where you need those eyes in the back of your head. And you in luck because I punch hard enough to move them there. I'm serious. You look like you've experimented with all types of substances. He'll probably come up to me after this like, mate, you know I can score a gram or cop some pills, bro? And I'm the type to have him drug on sight, back down the Silk Road. I'm the real though. Everything I spit, I've written sober. You look like you need weed to write. I write to weed people like you out this culture. I mean, yo. Don't he look like a stoner? Yes. Boy, you couldn't contain the smoke in a hot box. Forget grass you blaze. Grass is where we dig your grave all the way in the wop wop. So how should I get him? Boy, you couldn't contain this smoke in a hot box. Forget grass you blaze. Grass is where we dig your grave all the way in the wop wop. So how should I get him? Give that hair a new look and give a top knot or gut shot. One blow that'll take his breath like a cop stop. What you got, dog? What you got, dog? Jokes? To me, all that laughing, gas. And that observation has to be true, because listening to you, like pulling teeth, Ted, but explains why we don't feel when you operate in a room, and maybe that's why you average 1,500 views a battle, and you've got 13? Boy, you got some explaining to do. How you put in so much work and have such low views. The only thing lower, our expectations of you. That's why before you battled him, I knew you'd lose to gyms. I mean, look at you. It's in your gene pool. I blame your parents. The dude pulled up like calisthenics with more jokes, less meals, had swag in prisons, and after he snapped in jet, they had to grab forensics. And you're wondering why you put in all that time with gyms and couldn't get a body to flex? Man, that's pathetic. They should have told you no amount of bar work can compensate for bad genetics. And then you flew overseas, and it didn't get any better. Ted, you lost to a guy who was drunk. That's a fact. Don't listen to how smooth he salad, it was bad. You should have known he had more juice with the raps, he was tanked. So how can this mob hunt me down with that style and do damage when those last two prove he can't hang, man? It was tragic. So all your patterns, I've tracked them. And what's clear from where I'm at is, son, your style been the reason you getting your ass kicked. See, they know. Let's go, homie. I heard that. See, they know me for the blade in your back like I'm doing surgery. It's instrumental. I keep middle up the sleeve like Ron Burgundy. So with the same blade, I'm creeping. Get Ted Holiday cut short without warning. They go say Jay the reason an Aussie stuck overseas, Chappelle Corby. Yeah. I track him down. I track him down and sound like shit. When I pull it out, bro, then sound like I'm pulling Velcro. So someone please tell Susie Cato. So someone please tell Susie Cato lines of my mental was fuego, and I got more drive in the ring, Teddy Amiri Guerrero. And you look like a weirdo. Time.
Round 3.
Yo. Despite the countless faults in whatever the fuck you do, I got a little bit of respect for the goals that you set regardless. But the whole punchline thing, me and Vega was working out years before you'd ever started. That's why you gotta take a grain of salt with every punchline that he's ever crafted, dealer. I can't believe you threw him in the deep end with a style that he's never mastered. I guess little fish only dangerous once they started biting like they piranhas. We stamped in a passport, spread it farther. I know you wanna follow in my footsteps, boy, I've been your father. But you ain't got the heart to walk in dad's shoes. I got more soul than those Balenciagas. Hey, P-Factor, only real killer in your team. You're just making noise from the sideline like Spike Lee. 1Outs want to build him up as the next up-and-comer. Well, that's not what I see, and I'm looking at it with clear eyes like some Vice scene. He ain't killed no one. They just framed him nicely. Dog, what's this shit worth to me? You impacting my image is the only thing that's hurting me, but fuck it, I'll still take it to the 3rd degree. He'll get burnt with the material he didn't even deserve to see. My brand out here looking like Burberry. I'm saying I got stripes, the full print, all over. I'm in your backyard, cutting him down to size like a lawnmower. This shit'll become clearer in the morning when you get more sober, when you try to figure out how I kicked him out of his own house. He can watch this shit back for closure. Hey, they say, Ted, you look good. I said, I goddamn feel amazing. Yes! I can win in any fashion, make this battle special, make this shit a daydream. Have you heard this guy? Everything he does is so bland, boring, basic. He just ain't got that spark. I guess the flair ain't make it to the 80s. This dude acts fake humble online to try get praises. If someone says, JP, you in my top 5, he'd be like, thank you, man, thank you. Is that really what they're saying? Cunt talent is the only variable. And on cam, he been shaky, it's crystal clear. You ain't even in my top 10, 80. We'll play possum, cause right now I'm about to get... We'll play possum, because I'm really about to get crazy. He'll take anyone out just to fit his own narrative like Wes Craven. Stab anyone in the back so he could blossom and get places. I'm an NZ on pest control. This Jp80. Dog, you are someone I don't give a fuck about. But I would have happily called you a loser for 100 rounds. They can count me out before the battle, but other people's opinions never filled me with a lot of doubt. They can count him out after the battle, when he ain't getting up off the fucking ground.
Y'all hear him call me 1080? Well, I'm gonna let the rebuttal fill in the blanks. Maybe it's because I got poise in the ring, and you were pissed to this culture. And that right there is really facts, because I am 1080. Yeah, I got a history of killing those native to this land. But here's where I get to do what I said, I said, you call me 1080? Well, I'm gonna let the rebuttal fill in the blanks, because I got poise in the ring, and you were pissed in this culture, and that right there is really facts, because I am 1080. I've got a history of killing those native to this land. But here's where I get to do what I was made for. Finally kill me a rat, so what you got? Ted, it's Inception. Hold it down. It's Inception. It's clear to see it's Inception. Ted got caught plain sleeping, thinking he can manipulate my world on this stage. But his fall gonna be music to your ears. Here's where I kick him out of that dream state. Just cause you A1 with the riddance, don't make winning a given. When you lack crowd control and conviction, you look like a man in transition. Your prison. 20 bars. You Backstreet Boy in the face, listen. Just cause you A1 with the riddance, don't make winning a given. When you lack crowd control and conviction, you look like a man in transition. Your presence is missing. You rap monotone when you're spitting. Move around stage with an awkward rhythm, and your projection and aggression like your replay value, non-existent. If you're expecting to win this and that state, your chances are very low. It's my trypophobia kicking in, Ted. I'm afraid I see too many holes. This is for those that said He the superior rapper because his pen clean on camera. If that's the only factor that matters, from now on, every time you booked, bro, just don't show up. Instead, just record your rounds. Get all 3 on camera, send it through to the staff. That way, losing in the building, you'll never have to worry about. We can just watch you on a big screen while your opponent stands on stage by himself. You see how that logic plays out? It's this type of attitude, treating the out with blatant disrespect. When there's other aspects you neglect, that's as lazy as it gets. But if you insist on being half decent, I'm predestined to win. You should know you'll get a 30 from 80 if all you bring is 50%. And if you listen to predictions, if you listen to predictions, it's just B-team haters switching up the energy. People that said I lost the crew because of his performance in the building, the same people that say I'm gonna lose to Ted because of his writing ability, the inconsistency. But I ain't let it get to me, because I know when you're blinded by the hate, no angle can convince you. So I ran this part by Bowler, and he agreed this ought to switch moods. I woke up. I woke up like you beat Ted. I woke up like you beat Ted. Then beat Ted. He gonna be beat after I beat heads. And y'all won't see Ted. Make you sit back. Take a seat, Ted. You won't recognize he Ted after the heat. Get heat Ted, then he dead. Soon as D-Line paid the feeder. Witness your defeat, Ted. I harness my inner cheat, Ted. So death, you can't cheat, Ted. You gonna wish you never met me, Ted. If it's beef off top like a meathead, retreat or get treated to your body covered in a sheet. Your boys around looking down like shit, Ted. They gonna say groundbreaking after I blow up and leave big impressions. It's a bomb site. You looking for better with a knife? This ain't jousting. You in the wrong fight. If this protest while I'm on strike his top twice, he gonna drop nice. He thought he could hide from getting torched. I'm like, Ted, this ain't Spotlight, boy. Boy, you looking at Kratos to window and claiming they godlike. For all that bark, I came on with a pad to see a dog bite. So you giving me an L-10? No, spell check. You pressing the wrong type. And this mean fist my thesis. Let's see you read this long right. So what's up? And your boys interfered, test me. I double dare. You got thrown in the deep end. Those waters over your head. But instead of heat on his wig, like he trying to get water out his hair, he get the smack like bah, bah. He like Look like he trying to get water out his ear. That's my third. You got burned just like the rest. Now you endured, but it's all good, Ted. There's life after death. B-team. Make noise, Soufpac, let's go.